No? What do you mean, no? Why not? It's a good thing to pray for, isn't it? Hi, welcome back to UBU for One. We hope that today's topic will be both encouraging and enlightening for those of you that have been struggling with an answer of no from God, or you're just simply curious about the topic. And if this video has been helpful in any way, please hit that like button to help support this channel. So thank you. In my personal experience of hearing God answer no to a prayer, that's been rare for me. And I'm going to share with you one of those experiences and what I learned from it. In the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verses 6 through 7, it says to pray about everything. And I don't know about you, but I hear everything. I hear everything, small to big. I ask for prayer to be able to get enough sleep at night. I'll ask for prayer for a friend whose brother may be ill in the hospital to, Lord, please help us make it through this COVID and help us come out to it better than we've ever been before. Big stuff to small stuff, everything in between. But I also think there should be a small caveat to come with that verse. The caveat would be asking for God for a successful outcome on a sinful endeavor, like, say, robbing your neighborhood bank. You might want to reevaluate that request. But what might work better in your favor is asking God for provision for the roof over your head and food on your table and gas in your car, or simply asking for wisdom on how to steward the resources God has already provided for you. I mean, His name is Jehovah Jireh, or sometimes pronounced Jehovah Jireh, which means God will provide. When I realized God was saying no to my wanting to have kids, I had a really, really hard time with that. And looking back, I realized I started wrestling with God. And how that wrestling played out in my life started with me considering getting pregnant by any means possible. Because at the time, adoption wasn't a possibility. Then I also considered getting a divorce and remarrying. But I was 35 years old at the time, and it takes a while to find a good partner for life, much less a good co-parent. And realizing that my window of fertile opportunity was fast closing in. Other thoughts went through my head, like, is God punishing me? Because I didn't know Him well back then. Every time something bad happened or things didn't go my way, I thought, oh, God must be punishing me. Because at that time, I thought, as a Christian, you believe that God is real, that Jesus is His Son, and if you don't commit any major sins, you're going to go to heaven because I'm a good person. I'm willing to work hard. I say my please and thank yous. I call my parents once a week. When phone calls back in the day, long distance, were extra charges on your phone bill, I would give the change back at the cashier when they gave me back the wrong change. I was a decent member of society. Why wouldn't God let me have kids? Maybe God thinks I would be a bad parent. But then I would look around me or watch the news and see irresponsible or abusive parents and women fighting for their right to have an abortion. And here I was begging God to have one child, to be his or her mommy. Somebody's mommy. Attending church on Mother's Day just bit for me. There was always someone who was handing out flowers or a handmade trinket that the little kids made in children's ministry, wishing every adult woman
Happy Mother's Day!
And I would say,
thank you, but no thank you. I'm not a mom. Oh, but you're a mom to somebody. Yes, we all are mommies. Oh, God bless you, sweetheart. You're such a beautiful woman.
I'm gonna go inside.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, don't forget, kids made these at Children's Ministry.
So I just stopped showing up on Mother's Day to church. One day, I heard a still small voice ask me, would I still be your God if you never had children? And that's when I realized God was coming after my heart He wanted me, and he wanted me to want him just as much. He even gave his life in order to have me. And here I had to decide. Children or God? And all that God has for me or is planning for me. Matthew 10:39 says, "If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it." In 2010, a young couple moved in next door to me. Stephanie, her husband Anthony, and their little daughter Natalie. Stephanie and I quickly became friends, and by June of 2011, she and her husband both got baptized, which I had the honor to witness. And then a few years later, when Natalie came to make that decision for herself, she got baptized. I was given the privilege to come alongside Stephanie as God went after her heart. She was reborn and has blossomed into a wonderful woman of God. And God gifted me with a spiritual daughter, Stephanie, a spiritual son, her husband Anthony, and a spiritual granddaughter, Natalie. I couldn't be more blessed. I didn't see that coming. Listen, if you've received what seems like a no answer from God, the story doesn't end there, because God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And we are told that God is working for the good of those who love him and who are called to his purpose. Friend, we've come to the end of our episode. I hope you've been encouraged. And if by chance you happen to have a no story in your journey, we would love to hear about it. We have space down in the comments. Please share. Otherwise, have a great week and we'll see you soon. God bless. In the book of Philippians, so the caveat would be asking God for a successful endeavor. No.
This isn't going so well. All right, try this again. I couldn't see. Where are the eyes on this thing? Look at me. All right, here we go. Hey, then cover them up. Get out of the frame. Stay close to here and get behind you.
3 or 4, I don't know what.